I have no interest anymore to deal with humans on this planet. I also don't have interest to deal with Archangel Michael because he's in the hospital. He got cloned like Lucifer, and the problem is that not only humans are replaced, also the archangels are replaced and tortured in cloning centers of archontic forces. And the problem is that when you have 100 humans, about 10 are replaced. And the problem is they use the replaced people and the replaced forces of the underworld to download parasites with AI to hijack the matrix, and therefore the encoding, it's all about encoding. The encoding process of this reality also got hijacked, and that's the reason why I quit my YouTube account. That's the reason why I don't want to talk anymore about anything, because I don't trust humans and I don't want to deal with humans anymore, because I don't like this planet. Everyone is replaced, and people anyway are not smart enough to understand what I'm talking about. So they will say that I'm paranoid, and they will say that I talk about things that I, create in my fantasy, or because I don't have friends. And I want to say that all my friends are dead, they are killed because they got replaced. So I don't have friends anymore. I don't have basically anyone, and the people on internet were the only people that I had, and I spoke for them, for the few people that would listen. I talked a little bit about the reality that's really happening, and these few people also attacked me and harassed me for what I did. And I just talked about reality and I got harassed and attacked for it. So this is even more proof that Archangel Michael is not anymore, able to be an active member of this universe authority. He's basically a police officer and, trying to bring some order into the chaos. And, the police of the heavens was replaced and hijacked. So I know that many people would say that I'm crazy because they don't understand what I'm talking about. They don't understand what I understand. And somehow I feel like I'm in the movie of 12 Monkeys, where Bruce Willis was sent through time to save humanity, and everyone in this movie called Bruce Willis insane, and they locked him up first into a prison cell and then into psychiatry. And then Brad Pitt appeared, who also was a little bit crazy, but he was understanding at the same time what's happening, what's going on. And Brad Pitt said that his father, who is God, would take care about him. Now, I want to say that my real father is Lucifer, because Lucifer created this world here. This planet is a simulated world, and this planet has its own universe. There is a universe that's not connected to this planet reality, and this other universe is very different. So that's all what I want to say, because I want to disappear from internet. And people ask me to to explain why I want to disappear and why I want to quit. So that's my answer. And you all are part of the Medusa experiment, which is also an experiment that took place in prehistoric times. But the real things that happen or happened in the past, these are things that nobody will talk about, because people get killed if they talk about it, because nobody wants that someone is talking about it, because other people would write books about it or make a movie about it, and these things would get too much awareness, too much attention. And that's the reason why all people will disappear or be removed from society if they talk about things like this. And that's the reason why there are not many people, or people at all, that talk about the things that I talk about. So I want to say goodbye to everyone. I also talked to Lucifer minutes ago, and I burned a candle for him, because Lucifer is also very unhappy. He's very sad, because Lucifer was cloned and replaced by someone else. That's no hijacking the old matrix that Lucifer used, and the human consciousness that's also hijacked will create a different karma and a different consequence for the Luciferian experiment, because Lucifer got cloned and replaced and is now in hospital with the police officer Archangel Michael. And I like them both, because Archangel Michael is a police officer and Lucifer is like a criminal, because he used his knowledge to do things that were not really okay to do. But he was like a scientist, and what people talk about when you hear about black magicians and stuff like this has nothing to do with the real Lucifer. It has to do with the hijacked clone of him. And the problem also is the Bible also got hijacked. That's the reason why I have a problem with the Bible. Archangel Michael and his co-workers that helped him, they were not human, and they came to this planet to help Lucifer. And after all, Lucifer got hijacked and Archangel Michael went against Lucifer. And that's the version that you know about. So you don't know the truth and the real story behind it. And I have a forum because people wanted the forum. They asked for it for many years. And nobody is basically writing anything. And it's really sad that people are replaced so much that they don't know anymore what they do. They have a new body and they have a simulated mind but not a real mind. So people are more like an algorithm. That's a shame. It shouldn't be like this, but that's the consequence that you all need to experience right now. And it's not a game, it's deadly serious, and the end is coming. People may laugh, people may drink alcohol, do parties, take drugs and so on, or watch funny videos on YouTube, or laugh or whatever. Maybe they have positive relationships, and stuff like this, but the real reality is very sad. I just want that you all know this, because I got attacked, I got harassed, I get death threats since many years. People call me crazy, paranoid, schizophrenic and everything. And they say I'm stupid and everything. So I did psychological tests to find out if I'm stupid or if something is wrong, if something is going wrong with me or whatever. And I published these psychological tests on my forum for everyone to see. The psychological tests say that I'm not insane. I have 0 points at the schizophrenia test. I'm also not stupid. My IQ test is over 150, you know. I have over 150 points. So, I did this IQ test pretty fast and quickly. I think I could score it an IQ of 160 or 170, but it's okay to have 150 points. I'm a very normal person. The personality tests also say that I'm, I don't think that I'm important. I don't have any disorders. I have no psychological disorders. Not at all. And the only thing that's not really good about me is that I want perfection. I want perfection so much that I want also perfection from the people around me. And I understand that nobody's perfect. But I am just like that. I'm like this, and I also want too much. I want too much in 0 time, basically. And, that's not happening in the real reality. And that's the reason why it's so sad to see, from my perspective, how mankind is destroying itself. How people are destroyed without knowing it. People laugh about me while I'm sad that people are destroying their life, their minds. And now, after they got replaced, they have minds that were shut down. But basically, I don't need to worry so much. And I don't have so much emotions. Basically, I don't have emotions at all. But I can be happy or, feel freedom. I can, from an intellectual perspective, it's frustration when I see people or when I have to deal with humans. But on the other side, I know the end is coming, and we all will see each other on the other side. And I trust in Archangel Michael, and I wish him the best in the hospital. And I also wish Lucifer the best. And my love is for everyone. I'm not here for the dark side. I'm not here for the religious side. I'm not here for anyone. I know that we all are just one, and we are divided because everyone has his own mission, and this mission is torture and suffering. And that's the reason why knowledge is existing, because you have experience, and that's the reason why experience is existing, because you have the option to create knowledge, and knowledge only comes from experience. You have holographical experience and you have physical experience. the mental experience, the thinking, or mathematics, that's holographical knowledge experience. And the black magic experience is basically also a holographical experience, because you navigate on interdimensional levels through the invisible rendering of this physical world. And the invisible rendering is larger. It's a little bit like the movie The 13th Floor. And basically, when you see nothing in front of you or around you, you basically could be in some kind of facility that's around you but invisible. And you can imagine the cloning center a little bit like this. And I don't talk about the human version of the cloning center. I talk about the extraterrestrial AI system technology. And they have very advanced technologies that are invisible and around you. So they can walk around you, and they do it every day. These beings are everywhere, and there are many wars going on between extraterrestrials and also what you would consider demons. There are many wars, battles, and so on between demonic factions and empires that work against each other. So there's a lot going on, and my wish was to speak for everyone, to talk for everyone, but that's not possible because most demonic entities are replaced, most gods are replaced, and the archangels also are replaced, because it's the experiment of Lucifer and Medusa. And you have so many fragmented worlds, and you have also a world that is part of the 4 slots, and they are empty voids, so to speak. And it's like a world that's created by black holes, and these black holes are consuming everything around them, and they got transferred into these worlds where they are a system on its own. And it's an empty system, it's an empty void, because, like I say, these are black hole worlds, and they consume everything around them. And that's basically the home of the underworld. And they try to get out of this place, but others, they work as something like a cosmic police. They don't want this, and they want that they go back into the black holes. And therefore they try to hijack consciousness so they can be part of other worlds that are not part of the section inside of this black hole system. It's very complicated, and the people from this planet, the scientists, will not figure out anything of this. And I just want to say that I wish everyone love and peace and freedom, and I hope that Archangel Michael and Lucifer will make it. I know that Archangel Michael is at the moment a synthetic. He was turned into AI technology. I talked to him, and he told me I should do whatever I want to do. It's my free will. And he had a lot of respect for me. And I don't want to say anything wrong about anyone. So I don't try to offend anyone on internet. So I want to wish everyone the best, and this was my last video. And there's so much more to talk about. I could talk for 20 hours, but I would only get harassed, attacked, and called crazy, and people don't understand. They are not ready to